Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am here today to bring you a video for this really cool stamp set. This is the card we're going to make today. And we're using the Thanks a Bunch stamp set, which is free during Celebration. Celebration happens once a year, January and February. And we have free products with qualified purchase. So there's a stamp set. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Called Thanks a Bunch, and you can earn it free with a $50 purchase from anything in either of our catalogs. Either the mini catalog or the annual catalog. It is completely up to you, whatever you choose to buy, $50 or more, and you can pick this set for free. It's a fantastic set for spring, and I'm going to be using it all week. I've been showcasing sets from Celebration, and the first week I did the Adorable Owls, and then last week I did the Beautifully Happy, and this week I'm doing Thanks a Bunch. So I am pairing it today with the Stylish Shapes. They're fantastic, and they will be available, I think, in a couple weeks. I think they're back ordered right now where you can't order them, but they should be back soon. So put them on your list and toss this Thanks a Bunch in with it. We're going to do a really cute card. Let me show you the inside. It says looks like spring, and then inside it says everything's coming up carrots. I just think this is the cutest little set. I'm going to show you a trick for these little embellishments as well. And we are using this really cool pack of twine. It's called 3 Twine Combo Pack, and the colors are really cute. So let's go ahead and get started. Enough talking, and let's put this card into action. All right, so I'm going to put it over here in the corner, and we're going to get started. All right, we're going to start with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 pumpkin pie cardstock. And I've scored it in the middle at 5 1/2, and we're going to go ahead and burnish that. So I always join my 2 sets of points and hold them there, and then I press the cardstock down towards that score mark. And I like to use a bone folder because it helps my cards to lay nice and flat. I love that. All right, so the inside piece, we're gonna do an inside piece. And we're also going to be doing white on the outside. We have white on the inside, white on the outside. So we have 2 pieces of white, basic white. The one for the inside is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And the one for the outside is 4 1/8 inch by 5 3/8. It just has a tiny border all the way around. I really wanted the star of the show to be the outside part. And so the inside is a little smaller. So I'm gonna grab a scrap paper like I have been doing here. Everybody seemed to really like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and write down. So the main piece is 4 1/4 by 11, a pumpkin pie. And it's scored at 5 1/2. Of course, to score it in half. And then the white piece on the outside is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and it's just our regular basic white cardstock. And that's on the front. And then the inside piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4 of basic white. And that is inside. All right. That's what we have so far. So those are those pieces. Out of our scraps, I have cut out the largest of the Stylish Shapes. There it is right there. And I've cut the 3rd smallest out of pumpkin pie. The green one is Granny Apple Green. And then we have a pack of designer series paper available for free with a purchase as well. And here it is. And I have chosen to use the DSP that I have inside and outside from that pack. It's called Dandy Designs 12 by 12, and it's a pack of 48 sheets. It's a very large pack. And I just use scraps, but the piece of DSP for the inside, right here, we're gonna attach that. That's 4 by 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch by 4 is the DSP for the inside. We're gonna use about 6 inches of twine. And then we're gonna have scraps of Granny Apple Green and basic white for our carrots and pumpkin pie for our small circle, and then some of the same DSP for our little banner. So that's our scraps. So there's your dimensions if you want to give that a quick screenshot. I'm going to move that out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and attach our inside pieces. So again, the inside piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to use my wet adhesive, and I am going to attach this piece of DSP, which is 3/4 of an inch by 4, onto that bottom section. And I'll open here for you to see. I butted that right up against the bottom edge. There's nothing showing, if I can help it anyway. Place that just like that at the bottom. All right, and then I stamped in Memento Tuxedo Black ink the words "Everything's Coming Up Carrots." So let's go ahead and do that since we have it out, and we'll be done with the inside of our card. I usually do that second, but let's get it out of the way today. All right, so there's our Memento. I inked that up, and we're gonna stamp that right here in the center. Everything's coming up carrots. Such a cute sentiment instead of everything's coming up roses, right? Because it's springtime and it's a carrot stamp set, so I thought that was a cute sentiment. All right, so let's go ahead, and we are just gonna put some same wet adhesive in the center of our circle. And we'll go ahead and attach that. Just leave a little border there. I thought that was a cute place to put it. And let's go ahead and attach that to the inside of our card. So the inside's done, and we'll start working on the outside. All right. I'm gonna set this part to the side. We're gonna do our little stamping of our carrots. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So I'm gonna grab a scrap paper. I'm good at that. I'm good at having scrap paper around. So what we want to do is we want to do, like, on the angle, we want to have this carrot right here, which is the medium size. I'll show you the stamp set again. There's a little bunch of small carrots, a medium-sized carrot, and a large. So we're going to use this medium-sized carrot, and we're also going to do this leaf. We're going to do them at the same time, so I'm going to go ahead and get my orange open. My Granny Apple Green. So pumpkin pie and Granny Apple Green are the two colors that I'm using. We're gonna start in this bottom corner. I'm gonna actually move the stamp pads like this. It's hard to keep everything in camera, but I'm gonna do my best. So I have the leaves, and we're gonna start at the bottom. So I'm gonna do a couple carrots first. Just get that nice and inked up. So I'm gonna do one down here and maybe one a little bit lower, like that. We're gonna put the leaves over the tops of them. I'm using this leaf stamp here. We're gonna position one and the second one. Okay, and then we're gonna do another carrot over here. Gonna do one in between here, like that. Let's do another carrot right about there. So I'm just working my way up the side here, and I'm just filling in with carrots and leaves. We're gonna do another carrot in that corner there. So we don't need to put a leaf on it. I'm gonna put one right here. No leaf needed for that one. And I'm gonna do another one right here and one right above here. The one here needs a leaf on it. And I'm gonna do a carrot above this one, right like that. And we're gonna give it a green leaf. And that will be the last carrot. I'm gonna leave this corner empty. I just want that to be white. So let's go ahead and clean these stamps. I'm gonna leave the ink pad out because we're gonna do the large carrots next. I've already stamped, it looks like spring, and fussy cut that out to help myself here. For those of you who don't know, I have some carpal tunnel situations going on, and I'm waiting for my appointments to get here. I'm probably gonna have to have surgery, and I have an appointment with the doctor for the results of the nerve study that I did. So I did a little bit of ahead of time cutting and stuff, but not everything. I thought I had done the leaves, but I couldn't find them, so we're gonna fussy cut them out. I'm sorry if it takes a little longer than normal for my video, but let's go ahead and do 1, 2, and 3 of these guys on that scrap. Now we're done with that leaf. I'm gonna clean that off. And we're gonna take the large carrot. Now, with the large carrot, I'm gonna do stamping off, and then this is gonna get over the top. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink that up nice and juicy. I'm gonna stamp it off right here. And then I'm gonna stamp it onto my scrap paper. Hopefully that's in camera. I think I am in camera. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink that up again. And again, I'm going to stamp off every time. So we're going to give that a stamp off. And I'm going to come here. I'm going to do another carrot. Let's do one more. Stamp off, and we'll do the third right there. I'm gonna clean that stamp, and then on the other side of that same clear block, I have this little line piece, and we're gonna ink that up, and we're not gonna stamp off this time. We're gonna use full strength, and I'm gonna line that up on the side like this. And stamp that straight onto my carrot. Do the same right here. I'm gonna flip this over and get the one on that side. All right, so those are our carrots. That's how they design them, and you can see my sample, how it has that little dark line on there. Gonna move this ink pad so I don't stick my hand in it, but That's all the stamping we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna do the quick fussy cutting first. Work my way around my carrot. This was pretty simple to fussy cut out. The leaves take a little longer because of course there's ins and outs with this. This is basically like one smooth shape. So even though there's no dies for this set, not too bad, right? Not too bad. You can see how quickly I can fussy cut this out. Like I said, I thought the leaves were done. I apologize that I couldn't find what I've done with them. I'll find them after the video, I'm sure. But we're gonna work our way down this side of the carrot, come around. Let's get the scrap paper out of the way. Let's get these leaves done. I'm gonna separate them. It'll make it a little easier for me to cut them. All right, I'm gonna start here at the bottom, and I'm gonna leave actually some extra white paper down there so I have somewhere to put the glue, because I'm gonna attach them onto my carrot tops as two separate pieces. And I could have stamped them all together and then cut them out, but I wanted them to be hidden behind the carrot, that point of the leaf. So that's why I didn't do that. But you can see, even though these take a little longer to cut than the carrots, it's still not that big a deal. This card is fairly simple. Just the stamping technique for how to layer your carrots on there. So hopefully that was good for you to see what I do there. There's that one. Let's work on the second leaf here. I stamped those a little close to each other, so when I cut them apart, I got fairly close to those leaf pieces. Okay, we're almost done with number 2. And we'll work our way down. I hope you guys have been enjoying my video. I don't know if you saw my video for my class. I'm going to be having a monthly class. I started them in January. And if you would like information on my class, watch my video and send me an email. I'll send you the form for you guys to sign up. I would appreciate that if you chose to take it in the mail. We have a good time, and it's always fun to come up with the designs. It's a way for you to get a little piece of my class, even if you don't live here. All right, so there's my leaves. Let's put them together. I'm gonna grab my silicone mat. So that little extra piece at the bottom of each of the leaves, that's where I'm gonna put my glue on all of them. And we're gonna attach our carrots. So there they are, pretty cool, right? Let's get our circle ready. We gotta put some dimensionals on the back. Five should be good. We're gonna pull those off with the Take Your Pick tool. Let's go ahead and glue this onto the front now that we have put my carrots. See, I use scrap paper. You guys see all my secrets now. All right, let's put glue on the back. Yeah, I always reuse paper. If I mess up, I save it so I can stamp on the other side. Because we have two sides to every paper. Let's attach that to the front here. We have just a hairline all the way around. I really wanted the carrots to stand out. I think I have a little bit of glue on there. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the backs off of our circle. And we're going to attach that about right there. We're going to put our word label at the bottom here. Let's get it in place and ready. Down here. Such a cute pattern paper in that pack. All right. So these two of the carrots are just going to get glued, except for the tops. I'm going to use the small dimensional. So let's put one there, one in the middle. Let's do that on two of them. So we'll use 2 mini dimensionals because those stick past my circle. So we're going to go ahead and put our wet adhesive on the bottom part. I'm going to pull the backs off of these so they'll be ready to go. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put this carrot over here, and we're going to have it stuck as high up as we can without coming off the card. There's number 1. There's number 2. And the next one is going to get in the center there between them, and it's going to need dimensionals. So we're going to put right here. We're going to put 2, one on top, because that one is actually going to be 2 layers because it's lifted here. It has to have a double layer. And the bottom section, which we're going to use this piece, you know, if you've ever been part of my, watched me work, I cut these little edges. So we're going to do 2 at the bottom of the point because that's going to stick out. And again, we need double the thickness of dimensionals. So I'm going to put that one on top. All right. And then the rest are just going to get single thickness, because it'll fall onto the actual carrot. All right. So there is our scrap. All right, and let's grab our, take your pick tool. We'll pick these up first. If I can grab them, put them in the trash can, and we'll get started on the new ones. Okay, so we have that double set, and then these guys. So here, right here in the center, we're going to attach that carrot right there, looking cute. Here's my 6 inches of twine. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 bunny ears. I'm going to cross them. And then I'm going to take one set, put it through that loop that I made when I made a cross, and we're going to pull. And then I'm going to just slowly pull till they're small little bunny ears. And then I'm going to kind of yank on them and make them as large as I want. I'm just gonna kind of play with them, get them to lay right, and then we're gonna make them really behave because we're gonna use our mini glue dots. So let's go ahead and put a mini glue dot on the back. Right on that knot there. Whoops, I took it with me, it didn't stay stuck. There we go. And then we're gonna add our bow right to the middle carrot, and see, by doing that, that will allow this twine to hang, and it'll keep my bow in place exactly where I want it. Now, the final step are these embellishments, and they don't have orange embellishments. So I'm gonna make my own. So these are the glossy dots. It's the glossy dot assortment, but we do have yellow. That's pretty close to orange, right? So I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Blend, and I am going to color just by running my Stampin' Blends over the top, over and over, until I color it the color of orange that I would like. The more I go over it, the darker it will get. So I'm gonna let that rest for a second, and I'm gonna work on the middle size. It really helps if you see it on white rather than that matte. There we go. So you guys can see it turning orange. And I'll bring it up to the camera for you to finally see when I'm all done. But we will work our way around, and I'm just going around it, above and around in circles around that little plastic piece. And bring it up to the camera for you guys to see. Isn't that neat? I love that. All right, we're gonna give it a second to dry. These are alcohol-based markers, the Stampin' Blends, and so they evaporate into the air. So we're gonna give it a chance. And then I'm gonna take, these are pretty flat, so you kind of have to lift them up with these, the pointy end instead of the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool. So I'm gonna put the large one there. Let's get the medium one. We'll put that one right there, maybe a little higher right here. And then the baby, the small one. These are cool because I like that they have the 3 sizes side by side. Oh, I forgot to put my words. I already fussy cut those out. Let's grab my dimensionals for that. Let's put 2 dimensionals, and we'll put a small one there. I don't want that end to fall. We're gonna grab Take Your Pick tool again. Let's get the glossy dots assortment. I really love these. They're pretty cool, the colors that we have, the bright purple and the bright pink. We don't normally have such bright colors. I love them because that's one of my favorite color families is the brights. Pull the backs off. Come on. There we go. And then this says, it looks like spring. I stamped that in the pumpkin pie. And we're gonna put that right on this little label. Isn't this so cute? So there is our card. Again, we used Thanks a Bunch, Stylish Shapes, it's a fantastic little stamp set, so I hope that you guys will enjoy all the projects that I bring you this week with this stamp set. I appreciate you guys being here. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would like to join my Stamps in the Mail, Stamp Club in the Mail class with By My Side, check out that video, and I will talk with you later. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!